Well, greetings, one and all, and welcome to the Spirit Side Journey Towards the Light. I'm Paul James Caden. I am back in the cemetery. This is the cemetery where I did my first session, The Dead Speak, where I got a lot of those responses, and someone named Mary came through. That was really an awesome session, so I wanted to come back here. It's another rainy 65-degree day, so I wanted to get out to the cemetery today and do another session. And I also want to take advantage of these cool days because it's June. Pretty soon it will be, I'm assuming, very hot and humid, and I don't like to go out during that kind of weather. It's not my kind of weather to be out in, so I wouldn't be doing any more cemetery sessions unless there was cooler weather or the fall. So I want to take advantage of these cold streaks as we have them. And speaking of the fall, I mean, I really do love the fall. September, October. I even love the winter, November, December. I love that time of year. And there's one cemetery near me that I'm saving for the fall when the leaves change. When you go in that cemetery, you just really feel the presence of spirit. So I'm really excited to go there, but I just feel kind of in my heart, wait until the fall. So that will be upcoming September, October, and I really can't wait to do a session in that particular cemetery. It's really not raining so bad. I'm going to probably get out of the car during this session until the giant mosquitoes find me. Then I will retreat back to my vehicle. I'm not a fan of mosquito bites. But just so we remember, it's always good to have St. Benedict's medal nearby when doing a session. I highly recommend that with the exorcism on the back. It offers a lot of great protection during a session. I'm going to put that right over there. And as I told you guys in the last session in the smaller cemetery, I was going to get a proper pendant of Archangel Azrael, who is the archangel who comes to us, there he is, at our time of passing and escorts us into the light. And in angelic mediumship, he's also the archangel who brings forth those souls that wish to communicate. So I'm going to put that over there with Saint Benedict. And without further ado, and I'm going to try not to make this session too long because it's a lot of work to go through and add the words, but sometimes it takes spirit a little time to warm up. And I might do the very end of the session with this new radio that I got. It's a little Panasonic. This is a great radio. The station tuner is on the side, so it's very easy to scroll through the stations. I already did a session for somebody with this, and it turned out with some pretty good responses. In my last session in the smaller cemetery, I used the vintage radio, and that was my first time I used that in a session, and I wasn't really all that thrilled with the way that it worked. As you saw, if you go back and look at the beginning of that video, the tuning knob's on the front, and you're turning it this way on the front of the radio, and it was a little bit awkward. It didn't make for a smooth dial through the stations. It made the session a little bit kind of awkward and choppy for me, so I wasn't really all that thrilled with that. So this time I'm hopefully going to do a couple minutes at the end with this Panasonic and show the difference, and also try it out here in the field. So without further ado, let's unmute the spirit box. I've already said the prayer of protection, So I am ready to go. And yeah, let me step out of the car. Bear with me as I jostle around here a little bit. Hopefully we can get a couple minutes before the giant mosquitoes find me and give you guys a little bit better view of this cemetery. It really is nice here. It's a pretty big cemetery. There's several rows of this cemetery. I'm on the very bottom. There were people mowing lawns and doing upkeep on the top level. So let me perch myself here and turn on the ghost box and see if anyone comes through. So we invite Archangel Azrael to bring any souls near that wish to communicate, who have a message for us, or who might need help crossing into the light. And we ask, are there any spirits here who would like to communicate with me through this device? And variety. I know the last time I was here, someone named Mary came through. And someone said, I think they were talking about Mary, that she's stuck here. That sounded like a yup. So there is a Mary here who is stuck. Man at count of him. Mary, I'm wondering if you're here, if you could speak to us today. I know. You have been fighting. Is there anyone here who would like to communicate through this spirit box today? And I do apologize if you speak and I don't answer back. I don't always hear clearly the responses until I go back and listen to it, but I do appreciate and I do appreciate anyone who puts forth the effort to leave a message or a word. So is there anyone here? Anyone here that would like to communicate? Anyone who'd like to let me know that you're here? And by the way, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Paul. I come in peace and love. I mean no harm. I do these communications. I do these communications as proof of life after death, proof of the spirit world, and also sometimes to help souls cross over who need assistance and help in situations where there may be nervous or afraid to go into the light. Did someone say they were insulted? Did I hear that correctly? I'm not here to offend or insult anyone. And I kind of got the feeling when that came through, for someone who thinks maybe that I'm making a show out of, kind of a circus show out of the spirits who are trapped here on the earth, which is certainly not the case. This is all done in peace and love with a definite right motive, with the right motive behind it. I feel kind of drawn to walk up here a little bit. 2020. Is there anyone up in this area that would like to communicate? I felt drawn to come up here.
It's all for greater help.
It's kind of like we're here to help, or we're here help.
Or
So is there anyone here that would like to communicate or leave a word? Could I maybe ask for a name? Are there any spirits around? Are there any spirits around me right now?
that he did not.
I feel drawn to this area between these two trees. I don't know why.
I was not lost.
Is there someone in this little area that wanted to communicate?
Florida.
Well, unfortunately, the giant mosquitoes have found me.
Yes.
Taken 3 bites just the last 10 seconds.
Peace, one fuck. Sure.
So heading back into the car.
Radio.
Radio. Do you want me to finish the session with this radio? Well, let's do that. Let's mute. And let's see what comes through on the radio. Maybe the spirits prefer that. As the last time, things will be dark for a minute as I lay the phone down so I can get the angle to record the radio responses. And here we go.
Stealing copper piping from inside.
So were there any spirits who wanted to communicate through this radio? Is this a better device for you to speak through right now?
Use the range last
On life. The incident.
wait.
When I was outside walking around, I felt drawn to that little area between the two trees with this statue. Is there someone there? Is there a spirit there who wanted to communicate or say something?
Work may be effective. Intoxication. 74120. You're solution and from
Was there someone there who's looking for help or maybe help transitioning into the light?
should be.
It's exhausting.
Intense effort.
Could I ask your name, please?
Did not.
And by
It's not.
stations and $150
Try out until effect first.
And finally, as I wrap up this session, well, before I do that, I would like to ask, are there any spirits here who would like me to come back here sometime and do kind of a mass guiding into the light for some of you that might be stuck? Is that something perhaps you would want me to do?
As if the
Jack Smith
it's a
3
this witness says. No. Okay.
in the
Sounded like I heard a lot of yeah and yes. So if that is indeed what I heard when I listened back through the headphones, I will come back and do that. And I will come back to this very spot where we can gather. Does that sound okay to you?
He'll drink the reels. No. And it. when she pulled out of some. I'm Pop.
And may I ask how many of you are there that are looking for assistance and help into the light?
Investigation. Wait.
See,
1 second. Oh. That's 8 to 15. Son.
20.
And finally, as I wrap up this session, which is a favorite question of mine to ask because I always feel the presence, the angelic presences in cemeteries. Are there any angels in this cemetery at this moment helping souls to cross over?
Yeah.
For the
There's an. And dates.
Well, I'm going to end the session there. Give you guys another glimpse of the cemetery before I pack it in. So I'm going to go home and listen to this recording and see what in fact has come through, and hopefully some decent responses that would confirm the afterlife and make for another interesting spirit box session here on the spirit side. So thank you all for listening. I thank any and all spirits who may have left a word or responded to my questions. It's always appreciated. Thank you all, and I'll see all of you listening next time here on the spirit side. God bless.